All right, fellas, we got to have a sit down and talk. Get your stogie, get your liquor, beer, whatever it is that you do. Some of you might, get hookah. I don't know. But y'all, let's have a sit down and have a serious conversation on why some of us need to focus on getting married. Not all, but some of us do.
This dating thing, because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Damn.
When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit.
And I just want to ask y'all one simple question. If Shannon Sharpe was married, happily married that is, would he be going through any of this? I don't think so.
Hell no!
He's had to temporarily step away from ESPN's First Take, talking about the prime show on ESPN. He's had to step away from it following a $50 million rape lawsuit by Jane Doe. ESPN is backing up. They ain't said a word. They ain't said nothing. And it suggests that other media companies are starting to do that too with Shannon Sharpe, with the ongoing legal controversies. Now, he's denied all of the allegations and has vowed to fight the claims, asserting that all of them are baseless. So, you saw all the text messages, though. As his legal team, set those text messages off, suggesting a consensual relationship with the accuser. We all got different lives and we have different reasons as to why we operate how we do. And I think that us as humans, we have to learn to accept sometimes where people at. And I guess kind of like search for understanding and instead of trying to wag your finger at somebody. But y'all, I don't think Shannon Sharpe is the type of person who we're talking about here. Maybe he is. I don't know. But I would think, though, if I had the type of fame, money, and success that Shannon Sharpe has, that I would kind of want to keep that to me and my family, to me and myself, instead of leaving myself wide open for some foolishness to happen. And so I really want to give the fellas out there just reasons to why you should embrace marriage. Because I'm going to tell you what, before I get into it, the reason a lot of fellas don't want to get married is because you don't want to put the work in. And I get it. I understand it. It is a lot of damn work. It's a lot. It is. Day in and day out, you get tested. And a lot of guys just don't want to go through that, or haven't found the right person to go through that with. So I feel like it's my job as somebody who advocates for family, somebody who advocates for family structure, to kind of give you some reasons on why you need to get married and leave them streets alone, dog. Leave them alone. Listen, stability and companionship. I know a lot of you guys is out there, your life is messed up, dog. You might not know it, but it is. You're out here going from house to house. Okay, you're leaving clothes and drawers at different ladies' houses and doing all this other stuff, dog. You're leaving yourself wide open, dog, for foolishness to happen. I'm telling you. Marriage can provide emotional stability and a consistent support system from your wife. It can, man. Let's see. Legacy and family structure. Y'all know I just said I'm big on that, man. A stable household structure, it can positively impact your child's upbringing and create that strong legacy. And I'm going to tell you this, man. The house that you build definitely defines how your children are going to pan out. A lot of times. Sometimes it can make or break your child. A lot of times it does. A lot of times it does. And the child grows up and doesn't even know it. So, how about being a great role model for your kids, huh? Being in a committed relationship, it provides a visible example for younger athletes to follow your path, Shannon Sharpe, huh? All right. How about a good balance to your professional life? I'm going to tell you one thing, man. One of the great things about being married and what I've learned is like it has taught me to be a much better leader. A much better leader, because you got to walk it how you talk it. Because you got somebody right there with a mirror. You got to walk it how you talk. You got to do what you say you're going to do. Because if you don't, you're going to get held accountable. 100%. So with that, it's just taught me to just further get into being more of a leader in different places. Not only does it help me be a better leader in my marriage, but it helps me be a better leader at work, which is that professional, balance that you can get with that. It helped me be a better leader just in society. And with my football team when I coached, it spills out to everything else, man. I'm telling you, dog, I'm not telling you no bullshit when it comes to getting married. It's not specifically just, I'm going to fall in love with a woman and da-da-da-da-da. No, you learn so much and you just become a better human being, dog. Trust your big homie on this, man. And then the health benefits, man. Let's talk about that. Longevity and disease resistance. I'm going to just go through it. Married men tend to live longer and experience lower rates of heart disease, cancer, and other chronic conditions. It's attributed to the emotional and practical support provided by a spouse, your wife, which contributes to better health outcomes. And, look, man, I'm telling you, dog, I'm a much healthier person since I've been with my wife. Seriously, it helps. Heart health. Married men generally have a lower risk of heart attacks and cardiovascular diseases compared to their unmarried counterparts. Listen, cancer survival rates. This is serious, dead ass with this one though. Studies indicate that married cancer patients often have better survival rates than their single peers, possibly due to increased emotional support and adherence to treatment plans. Now, a lot of y'all are going to frown at that and be like, man, I ain't found the one. I ain't near where she at. She's out there, bro. You looking in the wrong places. You on Facebook and Instagram and on socials, bro. Get your ass to church, dog. Go get you a wife, man. I'm telling you, the social and emotional well-being, it helps you with that too, man. Some of you guys, man, y'all need to reduce your loneliness, man. You've been on the farmersonly.com and, chasing the girls on the internet, on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, dog. Hop off them socials, bruh. Hop off them socials. Go to a speakeasy or something. Go to a library. You got to go where you want your wife to be at. You want your wife in a club? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, look, man. Go get your wife, dog. And it improves your mental health, man. It does. A supportive marital relationship can act as a buffer against stress and mental health issues, contributing to overall emotional well-being. Some of you guys don't even know that you going through something or that you messed up. And a little bit of this, I'm a testimony of God, bro, and how good he's been and what he can bring you through, dog. I'm just trying to spread the good news to you. That's my job. Okay. And then like you start to learn how to be considerate. You start to learn that quality over status. Quality, hard to tell that to people these days, but quality over status, man. Here's the thing that most men, though, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. Here's the thing that most men are afraid of with marriage. And yes, losing their family, of course, probably, I hope, is the number one thing for all men and what they're afraid of with marriage. But a lot of men are afraid of losing money in marriage because they're thinking like Paul Pierce, dumbass.
Because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off of sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. But it ain't going to be based off of... This is the thing, and listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships, let me tell you what marriage is all about. Or let me tell you what marriage is and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
That's stupid.
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids, and then when our kids, we're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them, they're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
So you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that. Like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage, what does it do for a man when things go south? Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, but it's only advantageous to a woman. Like, it's real talk.
But what if you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's a gem, she's valuable, she's everything, and I want to lock her down in marriage?
I don't want to lock no woman down. We could be cool.
So you're telling me right now today,
you
on January 4th, you do not want to be in a relationship ever again?
I don't think it's realistic long term until I turn 70.
You know, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. And, you know, I guess it's no coincidence that he didn't even mention the Bible or God or anything, which is what marriage is based on. But be that as it may, but a lot of men are just scared of losing money. But you get financial stability when you're married, dog. Because married men typically, they make higher wages. For instance, a study found that married individuals earn approximately 15% more per hour than their unmarried counterparts. I'm just trying to spread the good news and why you fellas need to get married, dog. You got to settle down and get it in and put the work in. And marriage can provide economic stability too, okay? For example, a study said that a family income averaged $43,000, over $43,000 when married, but it declined to just $25,000 following separation, highlighting the financial benefits of maintaining a stable marriage. Do you want to be a target? Because I feel like that's where Shannon Sharpe and a lot of other older guys are when they try to do this thing. And Shannon Sharpe ain't the only one. He's just the example we're using right now. But you got, you know, and Bill Belichick is not the same because there's no accusations against him. But he's 70-something years old messing with a 20-something-year-old.
Oh, brother, whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
Okay? It ain't just Shannon Sharpe. By the way, that's disgusting. That young lady was born during the first dynasty.
I beg your pardon?
Of the Patriots.
This is a sick Negro.
She was born in 2000-something. I don't know what her exact age is, but Bill Belichick is 70-something messing with a 20-year-old. Shannon Sharpe is 60-something messing with a 20-year-old. What are y'all doing, fam? What are y'all doing? And this ain't nothing new. This has been going on for centuries. This probably been going on It's been going on since the beginning of time. But it's insidious. It is. Especially when you're living a type of life that we, think that Shannon Sharpe is living with, some of the reports that's coming out. Because when one lawsuit comes, in these type of situations, it seems like more lawsuits come. It's like 10 more comes after that. And I'm like, why? Well, all of a sudden now you're a target and everyone is making claims and everybody is, going through the memory Rolodex. You're going through those encounters and parties and stuff. I was with, on December of and now you're trying to remember and see if they've done anything romantically close with you, anything flirtatious, anything sexual, any encounter that they're thinking that they had with you. They're going to try and think that. So now you're a target. I say it once, I said it twice, I'm going to say it again. If you think Shannon Sharpe was married, do you think this would be happening? Now, some people be like, well, man, it could be worse. I don't know, dog. Yeah, in some cases it could be. If you get in a marriage, you're not prepared and you're not trying to put in all the work or whatever, maybe it could be. I don't know. But I would take my chances on God and trying to submit to a wife under him and having a great marriage than what Shannon Sharpe has to deal with right now. And no, it's not guaranteed that you're going to go through this exact thing or anything similar to that of what Shannon Sharpe is going through. But why risk it, though? Why risk it? And then we talking about money. We're going to wrap it up with this. The thing that most men fear is losing money with marriage. But that's exactly what will happen to you once you decide to live that playboy lifestyle a lot of times, dog. A lot of guys frown on child support, but are willingly to be stupid and ignorant and get taken advantage of by younger women. We got to make it make sense, dog. Some of these women are scammers out here, dog. You can tell Shannon Sharpe ain't listen to no city girls. You can tell, because he is not up on game, man. Shannon Sharpe, you was down and paid somebody $10 million to keep something on the hush. Bruh, settle down and get married.
Period, Brian.